We have a handful of NPCs in Roundtable Hall. They serve different purposes, but one thing most of them have in common. They're merchants in disguise.
What are you buying?
Today, I'm gonna try to beat Elden Ring using items acquired only in Roundtable Hall. To make things more specific, I made some rules and exceptions, such as I can only use items that are purchased or acquired in the normal Roundtable Hall, or the real Roundtable Hall in Lindell. Acquiring bell bearings is allowed since I have to buy them inside the Roundtable Hall anyway. Consuming flask is allowed but not upgrading them, so no golden seeds and sacred tears this time. I'm allowing myself to use torrent just because I don't have the capacity to walk through the lands between. I hope you guys understand. Alright, let's get into it. Like and subscribe. I started this run without doing any in-depth research. My plan was to get torrent and get to Roundtable Hall as soon as I can. Starting off, and I already made one crucial mistake. Because I talked to Rani and got her spirit bell, that means I couldn't use it for the rest of the game. I should have waited for a little longer so I could buy them in Roundtable Hall. I was thinking only using those stuffs from the Twin Maiden Husk, so I made my way to Kaylee to gather some runes. Because they ain't free. Gotta work my ass off just to get the tinfoil armor. I bought some weapons, but for Margit, some suggest the short spear. A huge disclaimer, I haven't played Elden Ring in months, so my perception might be a bit rusty.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Too many deaths on Margit, and to cope with current situation, I decided to travel to Liurnia for the smithing stone bell bearing. Alright, that's the first merchant. Alright, we got it. We got the bell bearing. So, that's one. Now, after upgrading my spear, the damage will definitely cover my skill issue. Okay, the fight shouldn't take this long. There are two safe openings on first phase, but originally, Margit was too open most of the time, so I should have my chance to land some attacks, but I was hesitating. The spear wasn't even slow, and the recovery time was pretty decent as well. I was playing safe at the time, too safe probably. Only attack him when he does the slow winded one or when he used the hammer on second phase. Went back a little bit for a few incantations from Brother Corin, Heal, which I never use at all, and Flame Sling, which I use sometimes, or probably only once when fighting Godric. Also, I bought the Finger Seal as well for those incantations. Nothing much to do right now, so I went to Stormveil Castle to see if Godric's fight is gonna be far easier than Margit. To be fair, it was easier than Margit. The Flame Sling really do a decent damage. I was underestimating it, but I couldn't utilize it too often since I didn't have flashes and I wasn't investing on mine as well, so we'll go with short spear again. Honestly, Godric didn't really put up any challenge. Most of his attacks are slow and Stormcaller allows me to land a good damage. I spared some FP for the Ash of War because it seems to deal more damage than the Flame Sling. What? No, I should have hit him more. Second phase, nothing too crazy happened. As long as I avoid those fire, everything will be just fine. His moves doesn't really change and openings are the same as in first phase. It is scary as hell. With Godric's death, I can finally get a weapon I've been looking for. Roger's Rapier. It's already upgraded to +8 and it has Glintblade Phalanx as its Ash of War. It's not a crazy weapon, but I believe I'm gonna use this one until late game. Another benefit after beating Godric is access to Mogwin. I still need runes for shopping purposes, so I have to complete Varus quest. I read. But when someone says like, a small switch for the next fight and it's gonna be Radahn. There is a reason why I picked Radahn over Ronala, but I forgot what it is. Maybe only because I got used on fighting him nowadays, probably. But it still took me multiple deaths. What the? So, with Roger's rapier, the damage I dealt to Radahn wasn't a lot. But as long as I could see the yellow line after hit, it's still a good amount of damage in my opinion. For his face, I'll just have to wait until he does the multiple ground slams and I'll poke him a few times. Sometimes I use Torrent to land some more whenever I have the chance, but I just have to keep doing the same thing before he starts using magic. I should have do the... We still have the same opening as before, but this time I have to be aware with his gravity wave. Well, I just have to do one extra roll to avoid that one, but the real challenge is the gravity pull. You don't know when he's gonna pull that out. It can be right now, or maybe right after this move. So the solution for this is to get off Torrent. Whenever Radahn takes action, I'll assume the next one would be a gravity pull. Do not mess this up. No, my camera! No, 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 please, 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 not now. After multiple attempts, I can finally say L plus ratio and we can move on to the real objective. Oh boy! After having sex with Fia and made her commit homicide so I can steal Dee's armor, I recall a fragment of my memory that I have to do Ranni's quest in order to reach my real objective. What the hell? No! Oh god. Yep. So after getting the Finger Slayer blade, everything just made sense now. My real objective is to get Salufis' bell bearing. And PDS as well, just in case I need something from him. I also got the medallion for the better armor. The Royal Remain set gradually replenish HP when under 18% of total HP. Up next, we're about to enter Lindell. If it's not because of the tree sentinel blocking my way, it would have been shortened my journey a little bit. Oh shit, what the? No! No! It's only one left. I'm still using the rapier from Roger to tackle this fight. It all went well since I've had this kind of run before, where I have to use Trusting Sword the entire game. It may be confusing at first to find a solid opening other than the Fire Breath, but the way I see it, the Tree Sentinel has slow movement when you are on his shield side. He's still able to use the shield to attack, but it's far slower than the hammer. Therefore, I have a lot of time to dodge after landing some hit. He's using the hammer again. The jumping attack might be a good opening for me as long as I keep attacking him from his left side, of course. Or else, I'll get hit right away. Ho ho! Look at me, look at me. Ah, dude, that was crazy. Alright, we did it. 3 Sentinels done, and now it's time to look into Salufis' rack. I picked Glintstone Ice Rack because it's the best out of all, in my opinion. Also, to use the spell, I bought Astrologer Staff as well. This was from the merchant I killed a while ago. I think it's in Leonia Merchant, I kinda forgot. I'm trying not to make this a merchant only run, so I gotta keep my Roundtable hold items as my primary weapons here. The others are supposed to be supporting items. Next fight will be my favorite boss in the game. No, actually it's the Golden Piss version of my favorite boss. I was underestimating the fight and I had to pay the price. Having a fast weapon, even though it has relatively low damage, is still beneficial, especially in a fight like this, where the boss is the definition of consistent. Attack pattern is as solid as an erection, and I just have to keep going long enough until he was defeated. Light attack somehow deal more damage compared to heavy attack. Woo! Woo! So I guess I don't really have anything to boost my current stats. Usually, I look for something to power up, whether it's talismans or something else before Morgoth's fight. But I cannot really do anything besides buying more spells or weapons in Roundtable hold, so I'll bring what I currently have to Morgoth. Yeah, it wasn't a smooth fight.
Whoa, no!
And also, at that moment I have to end the stream and took a break for a month because I was traveling to Japan. Hehe, yeah, let's go. And I'm back, with a slightly longer hair and glowing face. My skill, on the other hand, was declining.
What the fuck?
Since the Ice Rack gonna play a big role to inflict frostbite, I have to use it wisely. I only have 4 blue flashes and 0 red. Basically, I cannot heal at all, except from the armor regeneration. Now, there will be only around 4 times I could frostbite him, and I have to apply it wisely or I won't have a chance to frostbite him again. Alright, that's 6. So every safe opening, I'm still using the rapier until Morgoth does a slow winded moves. Most of them are traps for melee users, but when it comes to range attack, it's an opening. So I keep doing those until second phase. Last one. There we go. Now there's a little bit extra moves in second phase, Blood and Blood Flame. These are regular openings and I have to use my rapier on those moments. I may have wasted more time to get used to, but wait until you see the next 2 fights. Oh my god, no way, no way! Nice.
Oh, wow, baby.
Other than Smithing Stone's Bell Bearing, I really didn't have anything to power up. And I believe our giant has a massive resistance to ice, therefore I'll fully go with Roger's rapier.
Similar to power stancing.
It seems like I'm about to get married with this weapon at the end of the game.
Woohoo, right timing.
Okay, it's not too bad on first phase. I think I can do this. Alright, this will surely take a while. But here's the thing. I believe at this point, I already got used to his first phase, so dealing damage, whether it's big or insignificantly small, don't really matter. It's probably gonna take some time, but I'm still gonna reach his second phase. I failed math, but good. Hey man, it's alright, it's only one subject. Now second phase, usually attacking his hands might deal more damage, but in my case, it's the same amount with any body parts. I know the damage you see right now is as small as Summer Ant, but since it's gonna take a while for every single fire giant fight, I suspect it would be a very wise decision to play it safe, even with a very insignificant damage.
No! Whoa, I survived. That's amazing. No, this is a bad spot. This is a really bad spot. Oh my god, that was one. Yes, keep doing that.
Alright, so this part of the video is the most painful moment out of all challenge runs I did. Before going to Fort Missoula, I made some preparations.
Okay, murder time. What the fuck, dude? That is unreal, man. Stabbing though, because I'm a real homie, man. I don't backstab people. There we go.
I'm gonna use a long bow from the Twin Maiden Husk, and for the arrows, I'm choosing serpent arrows to inflict heavy poison. But in order to get those arrows, I have to unalive a specific merchant in Caelid. Sounds like a really good plan, right? Poison them, and then maybe stall them if the situation was a bit heated. Looks like I almost had it.
No! Oh my...
For a couple times. But the fight was taking a while, and in the time between, I might get killed by some inconveniences. So I pulled back to get the bloodbone arrows. Since the materials can be bought from the bell bearings, that means I'm allowed to use them. Killing the bell bearing hunter gave me the bone paddler bell bearing for the thin beast bones, and the merchant in Mogwin sells infinite amount of blood rose. But I remember there is this annoying sanguine noble blocking my way to the merchant. I have to kill him, and it took me a very long time because of skill issue. Fuck.
Oh! Okay. That's it, boys.
I got what I need, but I was forgetting something. To craft the arrows, I have to get the nomadic cookbook, which is not obtainable via the bell bearing nor the roundtable hold. It's okay, it's alright. We only wasted a couple minutes, and someone actually gave me another idea of trying using a short bow because it's faster.
Time to die.
This is by far my favorite method, but still didn't work this time.
Whoa, what?
I visited the real roundtable hold in Lindell hoping to get something useful, but I didn't find any. But you know, apparently I got this crapless crossbow from the normal roundtable hold, and some black key bolts that can inflict scarlet rot. This might be useful. Well, they could be useful.
Oh my god.
I guess most of the viewers recommended me to use the fan daggers instead for the final alternatives by getting them from Patches, but in order for Patches to sell infinite fan daggers, we have to play his quest involving Volcano Man. But I didn't know that I have to kill Rykard before progressing on Patches' quest. If I kill Patches before Rykard, he ain't selling those infinite daggers. There is no way I can kill Rykard with my current state. Say what you want, but I'm not fighting him. After spending more than 5 hours on Godskin Duo, I decided to play with my original idea, but adding a short bow this time. So I'm back with serpent arrows. I'll use the short bow to inflict poison, and then switch to long bow for regular arrows. The longbow has better damage obviously, so I'll use it solely to hurt them. I should have used fire arrows or any other arrows because they seem to have more damage, but I didn't think of it at the moment. Only attack the fat one to avoid the gangbang, even though the skinny ones sometimes throw fireball at me. Once they got poisoned, I'll switch to longbow right away and try to damage them as much as I can.
We have to craft the fire arrow. No, actually we can buy them. I kind of forgot. There's like a merchant who sells those.
Second phase is very risky, but I learned something valuable in that 5 to 6 hours of gameplay. Sometimes, the noble can bypass those pillars when he does the donut roll, but he can never bypass the middle pillars, so I have to use them as soon as he starts rolling.
Ooh, yeah, what? If I'm not mistaken, bro. Oh god. I hit both of them.
And holy Jesus, I made it. This run has turned into something ambiguous. It's not the Roundtable challenge anymore. You guys can decide actually. But anyway, there's this weapon that my viewers recommend me a lot. The Zui Hander, whatever you want to call it. It's one of people's favorite weapon, but I never used it before.
Oh no!
So I killed that merchant and used it to fight Malekith. I didn't know this weapon is so long, dude. Usually it's a bit hard for me to fight Malekith on his first phase using a melee weapon, but having a longer reach definitely helped me a lot. Safest openings appears when he uses the bestial incantations, every single incantations. If I'm close enough, I'll slap him once and then back away. Second phase, obviously the same as always. Destined Death, nothing more to say. I'm gonna have to put his K9 down.
Look at that. Butthole. Butthole. It was close.
Wanna check my stats before going for Gideon? I was focusing on Dax, thinking that I would be using Roger's Rapier all the way through, but worry not, I'm back on using that weapon against Gideon. I think I read this somewhere. Someone said that thrusting sword deals a lot of poise damage after patch or something, but looking at this fight, I'm glad I bring his weapon to battle. Even with this kind of result, I have to maintain my stamina or Gideon will have a chance to attack.
No drinking. No drinking, no drinking!
Oh! Up next is Godfrey, and yes, I'm still faithful with my lovely rapier against Godfrey. When it comes to poking with heavy attacks seems to be very effective as long as I'm not getting hit, obviously. First phase wasn't really an issue to be honest. Openings are as wide as your mom, and thanks to this attack speed, I'm able to land either heavy attack or jump attack quite often.
Whoa. Alright.
Second phase, it should be no problem, but I did a little oopsie at the end because I thought it was an opening as well.
Like, how do I put it in? No, I'm joking, Ooh. Whoop. Oh, I shouldn't do that maybe. Or maybe it's okay. Would we have been better if... Oh, that is true.
After that, I played safe by using light attack one at a time.
No! Why do I run? Oh my god, I'm still alive. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, one more hit.
This could be a good ending with me and Roger's rapier getting married, but I brought the Zui for this fight. You know, I want this fight to be quick and clean, but I know I couldn't do that because the Elden stars.
Oh my god, dude.
Yes, Radagon's fight was easy with the Zui, no doubt, but Elden Beast, I need more practice and luck to avoid the Elden Stars. I noticed in Radagon's fight, the Zui actually fast enough for me to land hits on every opening. Some slow winded openings allows me to charge attack as well. This is a very comfortable fight and that's why I beat Radagon pretty quick. Now I only have 4 classes and without Sacred Tier, I can only replenish a little bit of HP. This will be a bit problematic with Elden Stars later on. So my only solution for this one is by not taking a single hit from Radagon. Or well, maybe 1 or 2 hits would be fine, but it's better not to get hit at all.
Oh my god, stop doing the lightning, bro. Alright.
For Elden Beast, I'm trying so hard to break its stance as often as I could to avoid Elden Stars, but I always fail to prevent that. So, would be much better if I learn how to avoid Elden Stars properly. The reason I died a lot from it is because I removed the lock on as soon as the Elden Stars happening. I did that so I could dodge the stars more easily, but this made me blindsided on what about to happen next. What will he do? Is he gonna do the golden wave or just a regular sweep? But I'll say the last fight was lucky. I was able to avoid the stars and the rain at the same time because it was less overwhelming than before and I didn't remove my lock on this time.
I dodged the Elden Stars. Oh, dude. I shouldn't do that. The stamina is too low, so I couldn't do that anymore, but... No!
So, because I'm currently dating the Zui, let's just keep going on other bosses as well. Now, for Mogu, I did underestimate him a lot.
Oh my god, I keep getting hit by the fire. My bad.
Since his first phase was not that hard and I land some good massive damage to his incest ass, I think my chances to land charged attacks are really high on this fight. I tend to expect to break his stance quite often, but it only happened twice on his first phase. Oh. Ho. Second phase was a bit hard for me, and the cause of this is my skill issue actually. I've lost my touch and I think getting close to him can be confusing sometimes because his wings are blocking my vision. Most of his attacks has follow-ups and I'm trying to be careful here by using heavy attack less often. The Spear Slam is probably my favorite. I feel safe to attack when he does that. But I have to make a move on his other openings as well, or else this fight will take longer than it already is.
Stop.
Jumping to the Last Remembrance boss because I don't plan on fighting more of them. But before that, we have to acquire the medallion from Commander Niall. I'm still using the Zui Hander and bong my way through both of his clones are quite satisfying.
Oh, I can just do that?
Niall himself also not that hard. But I realized something is a bit different than usual. Usually he does the lightning jump kick quite often, but this time he did the frost tornado more frequently. What a quirky guy. Niall doesn't really have a lot of combos, so landing some damage on him was easy, especially when he slowly swings that spear. Ho. Ah. Whoa.
No!
The tedious part is now done and it's time for the easy and fun part, which is the puzzle. Just kidding, these albinorics almost made me a misogynist. We are reaching the end of the journey and it should be the hardest one. Yeah, indeed, it is a hard one.
What?
Loretta was supposed to be an easy fight since this is the second time I fought her, but for some reasons, some unthinkable things happen. This time I refuse to admit that I suck. I'm relying on heavy and jump attack because Loretta has similar moveset with the 3 Sentinel but with Magic Addition. And they have similar opening, and probably similar weakness as well, so I have to attack her on her shield side as well. But not only that, I could also make a move when she about to cast the Glint Blade. Oh, thank God. So, with Melania, I place a bet on how many attempts does it take to kill her. I would say less than 10 attempts, and others might agree with me, but in reality, oh boy, I was wrong again. The challenge in this fight is I couldn't make more than one mistake on this single fight, or else I'll be dead right away.
What the flying fuck was that, dude?
Viewers told me to use the Zui instead, and I did. But for second phase, I have to use the Rapier again just because I want to stay faithful on the run. I got to end the stream because, you know, it's my sleep time, but I did continue the fight off stream and forgot to turn on the timer, but who cares, right? Anyway, first phase with the Zui. Openings like the Sword Thrust or the Jump Slash allows me to charge attacks her and possibly stagger her as well, if I was lucky. But most of the time, I still have enough time to land heavy attacks, so I maximize that opportunity. Waterfowl Dance is one of the opening as well, if I was fast enough, but it's a little bit risky honestly. Now for second phase, this is where everything escalated in terms of difficulty. I'm using the rapier, so the playstyle has to change as well. Previous openings can still be seen, but she can fake them sometimes. I'm gonna use the running heavy attack most of the time because it's fast and it deals decent damage as well. The best opening is when she does the Scarlet Explosion obviously, but if other openings are feasible, I'll try to poke my way in. I did little oopsies here and there before, and this fight honestly took me more than 10 attempts actually. I spent around 3 to 4 hours, and with total concentration in my last fight, I was able to beat her. Well, there you have it. A roundtable only run, or maybe a merchant only run. But I think the bell bearing only run suits the most. What do you guys think? Let me know if I missed something interesting. And I apologize for all the offensive nonsense I said throughout the video. My mind wasn't in the right place back then. Also, special thanks to channel members. I appreciate you all. That's it from me. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.